on YouTube. It is your boy Arrows, and we have even more Gunslinger in the Abyss reveals. The set is getting revealed hella fast before its August release, and I'm super excited to share more of these reveals to you and give you guys my thoughts and opinions on them because, well, that's what you do on YouTube. You give your thoughts and opinions on stuff. And again, I always preface these videos with saying that I am not the most knowledgeable card player in the world. There could be people out there who are much more knowledgeable than me that have different opinions on these cards, but I'm going to give you my opinions on these reprints and let you know if I like them, know what I think about them, let you know how I think they're going to shape the game. If you haven't seen the first two videos we've done on this, I will link them in the description. Go check them out. I am really loving this set. I think all the stuff that has been revealed has been pretty cool, really good, and we're going to get into more reveals right now. Starting with more of the 12. Spoilers, we do have another member of the 12 to talk about at a later point in the video. But we are starting with Namiya and Limelin. I'm bad at pronouncing these guys' names. Starting with Namiya EX to be precise, because she has an EX burst as well. She's a 3-cost backup 12, the 12, category 14. Her EX burst says when she enters is that a he or a she? I can't remember. When Namiya enters the field, draw 1 card, and then you can pay 1 of any tap. Draw 1 card. You can only use this ability if you control 4 or more job the 12 and only once per turn. Very similar to Tataru with an additional cost. Tataru for the Scions does the same thing. You have to control 4 job Scions of the 7th Dawn, which is honestly, in my opinion, at this point, a lot easier without actually playtesting than doing this for the 12, because the Scions are generally all in the same color scheme. So, like, for example, right now, the big variant of Scions is Water Lightning. So all of your Scions, including Tataru herself, are going to be Water Lightning. So it's going to be really easy to, like, balance those costs and play them, get your stuff going to draw that card with Tataru. But that is not to say that the 12 are not going to be able to do some crazy things as well, because we also have Limlayan. Sounds like Himalayan. Limlayan is a 2-cost backup, job the 12, category 14, wind CP, but the cost required to cast your job the 12 can be paid with CP of any element. This is our mana fixer. When she's on the field, you can use anything to pay for the 12, which is honestly is going to be really, really key going forward with this deck. You're going to want mana fixers in this deck, and not even just the 12 mana fixers. You're going to want like stuff like maybe the Moogles, the job Moogles would be pretty good, because the water one also makes fire. The fire one also makes ice. The we haven't seen an earth yet. The lightning one also makes water. So you're gonna want to like be able to balance your mana, your CP out in your backups, because so far we have gotten members of the 12 for lightning, water, wind, ice, and fire. We have not seen an earth one yet, or a light or darkness one. So Limlayan is going to be very, very powerful in this deck, because she's a job the 12, so she's also going to fuel into your other effects such as Nemea and Halone and Nalthal and Ralgar. So she's also going to feed into all those effects too, letting you pull those off as well. She also has another ability that you can tap her, put her in the break zone, choose 1 job the 12. It gains this character cannot be chosen by your opponent's summons until the end of the turn. This is a really good effect. You can use it in response to your opponent doing something to one of your higher costed members of the 12, some of the forwards, and she's only a 2-drop. So if you have to break her in order to use this effect, it'll be really easy for you to put another one onto the field to keep fueling your other 12 effects. Next up, we have Ferris and Lena. I have to say that I love the art on these two cards. Like, even looking at like the non like stylish full art versions, the art is so fantastic. We will start with Ferris. Ferris EX. He has a 5 cost, fire forward, 9,000 attack, job, pirate, and warrior of light from category 5. He has an EX burst, which is always welcome. We love EX burst, especially in warrior of light decks. When Ferris enters the field, you may search for one card named Lena and add it to your hand. At the beginning of the attack phase, during each of your turns, you may play one fire or water forward of cost equal to or less than the number of backups you control from your hand onto the field. This is really good because if you're playing Warriors of Light, you are running the big Warrior of Light, and you want backups on the field to play him. Really good card. I like this card. I think it's really good. Being able to play characters for free without having to pay CP is fantastic. Frees up your CP for a lot of other things. But what about Lena? Is Lena good? Lena is fantastic. Lena is a 4 cost, a water forward, princess, warrior of light, category 5, 8,000 on the attack. When Lena enters the field, you can select up to one of the two following if you control a card named Ferris. It's very important. A card named Ferris. It does not have to be this Ferris. It can be any Ferris. There are a couple of them that you can use that the Warrior of Lights deck does run. Does run? The Warrior of Lights deck does run? Words. So if you control Ferris, you get to use both these effects. Your opponent selects one forward they control, put it in the break zone, and you can search for a job, Warrior of Light, and add it to your hand. Of course, this is another thing that you can use to feed Ferris's effect. Give yourself more water fire forwards to place down, but being able to fetch any job Warrior of Light is amazing. These are 2 definite welcome additions to the Warrior of Light deck. Not that it really needed anymore, but here we are. Going into some backups and category 11, because who does not love category 11? We have Star Sybil and Apuru. Star Sybil is a ice backup 4 cost CP. Star Sybil, job, category 11. When a forward you control is chosen by your opponent's ability, your opponent discards 1 card. This effect will trigger only once per turn. This just immediately screams amazing, amazing combo with the World of Final Fantasy Sid that we talked about in the second video of this reveal season. When your opponent uses an EX burst, your opponent randomly discards a card. If that EX burst targets you, they're going to discard 2 cards. There's just a lot of really good card draw, a lot of really good card discard in Ice. So you're going to get to use this effect a lot, and you're going to get to use this effect a lot. If your forward if your opponent wants to target you, you're going to get discard. With your other discard outlets, there's just a lot of discard happening. It's going to be really cool. I'm really excited for this card. Ice is getting a lot of cool stuff in 26. Going into Apuru. He is a 2 cost Earth backup mage, job title, category 11. When paying for the cost of a category 11 card, if Apuru is on the field, he can produce any CP. He can produce CP of any element. So this is really good. Fixes your cost. I know a lot of the warriors are category 11, so that'd be cool. Some really strong warrior cards are category 11, so you can use that for that. I like this card. Mana fixers are always good. This locks you into category 11, but we have Naji, we have other Mithril Musketeers, warriors that have been revealed in this set that are in the previous sets, so you can use Apuru to really like mess around with those costs, which is really, really cool. I'm not as familiar as the category 11 cards in this game as a whole as I am with the other ones, because I don't really use any of them, to be honest with you. So, but I still think this card has a ton of potential. And rounding out these reveals, we have Ash and another member of the 12. We're, of course, talking about Azima. let's talk about Ash first before we talk about Azima and like the 12 as a whole. I'm probably gonna do a video on all the 12. Go once we have all of them revealed. We're currently sitting at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 of them revealed. Still 6 more to come. But let's get into this. We have Ash. Ash is a 5-cost wind, category 12 queen job title with 9,000 attack. If you control 3 or more category 12 characters, the cost required to cast Ash is reduced by 3. Excuse me. The forwards other than Ash you control gain plus 2,000 power. Dull 1 active category 12 character. Choose 1 forward. During this turn, the next damage dealt to it is reduced by 2,000. This is really cool. If you're running into, if someone's blocking you, you can dull another active character and reduce the damage dealt to you by 2,000. That will help perhaps keep some of your units alive. The cast required being dropped by 3 to 2 if you control 3 or more category 12s. I believe Sky Pirates is a bunch of category 12. So this card would fit in very nicely in that deck. Being able to play it for 2, give your pirates your Sky Pirates a little bit more protection. Really good, and boost them all by 2,000. But this also fits in really good in a lot of other decks. 5 CP without the discount from controlling 3 or more 12 characters is still not bad for the effects that you're getting. And then let's talk about Azima. Azima is a 4-cost. She's an EX, which is also very important. 4-cost EX burst, category 14, job the 12, 8,000 attack. That's the one thing I will say about all the attackers for this theme. They are all big attackers. We're talking like Halone is 9,000. Ralger is 9,000, and this one is now 8,000. So we're saying pretty high in the power, which you would expect for a series of gods. When Azima attacks, choose 1 forward opponent controls, deal 2,000 damage for each job the 12 you control. If you control 4 or more job the 12, Azima gains haste and first strike. This card is really good. This card is really, really good. Its first attack reminds me of Yida, in a sense, where Yida from the very first Final Fantasy XIV star deck, when she attacked, she dealt damage. She dealt half of her damage to half of her attack to a dull forward, but she also got like 2,000 attack for every job Scion on the field. So that reminds me a little bit of that. If you have 4 job the 12 on the field, you're doing 8,000 damage. If you have 3 job the 12 on the field, you're doing 6,000 damage. So you're putting out solid damage, especially if you're being smart and dropping your backups. Or like in late game, if you can get the cost down on some of your 12, like Ralger, for example, comes out -1 for each job 12 you control. I like how all the effects are centered around controlling more members of the Pantheon. I think that is really cool. I think Azima in a mid to late game, Azima is going to do some damage really early. Haste and first strike on an 8,000 body is kind of amazing. And honestly, with the cost of the backups not being that astronomical, I think the 12 have the potential. Like I said, we still need 6 more to be revealed, but I think the 12 have a very strong potential to be a very powerful deck, depending on what else you're going to run for mana fixers. It'd be really cool if we get 1 more mana fixer from this set. But even if you don't, like we said for the first 2, you can use Moogles to kind of like fix stuff around. So, but let me know what you think about these reveals. Let me know what you think of my horrible mispronunciations of their names. I'm really excited for the 12. Like, I am really, really excited for the 12. Also, it looks like for the most part, what we've seen so far, they are mostly rares and heroes. Like, we haven't had a legendary 12 get revealed yet. it has been mostly heroes and rares, which I'm actually really excited for. Hopefully they won't be crazy hard to find when they come out, because I think the deck has a ton of potential going forward, and like you can maybe even do like something with like some of the better primals, and I think there's a ton of potential for the 12 going forward. I'm actually really excited for a lot of the cards that they've revealed so far in this set. It is looking like it is going to be a good time, but let me know what you think about the reveals that we've done so far. Like I said, the first 2 videos in this set of reveals are posted in the description. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, ding the notification bell if you would like to be alerted to when we do more YouTube content. We're trying really hard to get a consistent stream of it out throughout the weeks. It's really hard in the summertime because it is really hot right now, but we're doing it. You guys are amazing. Stay safe out there. And as always, friends, I will see you when I see you. Bye.